If you're in the business of training and communications, then you know all too well how difficult it can be to translate your message into actual learning and into the change that you're trying to create. Let's say that you're trying to learn something like how to change the oil in your car. What would you do? Would you take a workshop? Would you read a manual? Probably not. It's way too time consuming. What you'd really want is an expert to come and show you how to do it, right? Because that's how most people learn best. But at your work, you may have large numbers of people who need to learn something and very few who can actually show them. Plus, the learners may be spread out over a really large geographic area, and they may have very different schedules and very different learning styles. This is when e-learning can be such a beautiful solution. E-learning lets you integrate video and PowerPoint text and audio narration and interactive exercises and games. And it lets the learners see what you're trying to teach them. They can see it and hear it and read it and try it for themselves. It's an incredibly powerful tool. So think about your work. How do you teach a patient to manage a chronic condition, or introduce a new procedure to your clinical staff, or demonstrate to the people who answer your phones how to use a warm and welcoming tone of voice? Conventional training methods can only take your message so far. They can feel tedious and time-consuming, and too often they fail to make a lasting impact. So the change you were trying to make, it's like it got trapped in a box, and the message can't get out to the people you were trying to teach. Good e-learning can open that box, and I can help you do that. Now, e-learning has some disadvantages compared to conventional in-person training, but it also has a lot of advantages. And one of them is that the training has now been recorded, so it can be delivered to the next person and really thousands of people without you having to invest another minute in delivering training. And instead, you can focus your resources on other things, like ensuring that people actually use the skills they learned. That would make a difference. What my business does is help you build on conventional training and communication with online learning and multimedia tools. We translate your message into memorable training and measurable change. And I can help you with all three parts of that process, or just one or two of them. Now, the process and the technology for e-learning can get pretty complicated, and it can save you a lot of time and money to work with a specialist like me. I, in turn, work with a big network of experts in creative services, instructional design, software, and IT. I manage all the pieces, and I listen to you, the client, so that your vision gets realized, and so that the cost and the scope and the expertise are always right where you need them. Now, you're probably bursting with ideas for e-learning and multimedia you'd like to produce. If you're ready to make it happen, we should talk.